Hello and welcome back to Factorio and Space Age. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance in our novice base. After that, we're gonna go to Gleba and we're gonna do legendary pentapod eggs. It's been long overdue, and I really would like to get into making the legendary biochambers, right? So that's the plan for today. So one of the things that I'd like to do some maintenance on is our bot network, or whatever we want to call it. I'd like to take... No, we have some here, right? Yeah. We can do this. We want to override the stack size. Like that. And this is gonna be... bot recycling. Gonna change this to legendary bots. And we'll trash unrequested. So this is still gonna hold true. However, I want to do this. We can do that. And then here, I'd like to request these. So hopefully we're gonna cycle these out as much as possible. 1, 2. We can do 150 probably. Of both. So if they come in here, they will be recycled. Now this is gonna probably take some time. Do this. I don't know how many. There should be enough space to recycle all of them. Okay, so that was stage 1 of the maintenance that I wanted to do on Novice. The second part is I actually want to rebuild this slightly. I'm not happy with how this turned out. The simple reason being, we're very, very reliant on bots. I think we'd do well with having belts here instead for these. So I'm gonna get rid of these. I know that we did one of these, right? Yes. So this consumes 192. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 192. I've forgotten how many that was. 2,300, kind of, SPM. Okay. This was harder to delete than I thought. I'd like to do this. I think this is what we'll do. We'll obviously have legendary inserters here. We can probably do from both sides just in case. I don't think we need to be super inserter efficient at the moment. And then I'd like to design something here. Probably with legendary stack inserter, right? It's really... I'd like to have this selector when I'm doing something else, right? So this is gonna be 1. We make this tighter. We can make it here. So this is gonna be 6 belts. We'll do that, and then we'll do this. We take 3 belts out there. And we'll take 3 belts out here. I think that's fairly reasonable. Let's take this and move that there. Then we're gonna delete everything that's in there. We're not gonna put that one down. We're gonna put this one down. We'll do the Roboport upgrade a bit here. Did expand our concrete area a bit. So we can actually expand those Roboports as well. Now, don't remember here. We can do 3 wide here fairly easily. So this is about 600 SPM each, right? Now we're back to where we were at 2.3k. And then this would be 18 times 192.5. Which is 3,400 SPM. So I'll be putting this down here. Now the question is, I think that we do this. I think we want to weave these. Like so. Then these will go in here. And then we'll do that. We'll do that. I don't know if this is super effective. But I think it's gonna look pretty decent. Whoops. Then we'll go there. Okay, this is a lot of steps. I could probably just copy paste this, right? Like I could just do this, right? And then we do this. And this is gonna be our end station. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's actually not so bad. Question is, how do we fit this here? We can probably just do this. No. It's not gonna do the thing. And that's gonna be the end station. Okay. So. We also need some power here. So we're gonna go from... We're gonna go from this side. We're gonna go green. And I think we'll do 4,000. Like this. And then green 4,000. And then this is gonna be military. 4,000. A little bit concerned that this is not gonna be a full belt, but it's not that bad. So 4,000 blue. Next one is gonna be 4,000 purple. Then it's gonna be 4,000 yellow. After that, it's gonna be base science, but actually legendary. Then it's gonna be volcanoes. Then it's gonna be Biolabs. This actually needs the trash unrequested thing, so if this spoils, we'll do this for this one specifically. Then after Gleba, we're doing Fulgora. 4K. Then this. Cryogenic. And Promethium. So this is gonna take a little bit. Now, as a safety measure here, where's the spoilage? Here. I'm gonna do this as well. So if any spoilage goes into the labs, we'll take care of that. Like so. And then Gleba Science is gonna be on the middle belt here, so we also want to take spoilage out there. Just in case. Okay, so far that goes there. We'll do this. These should be going in the right direction. These should be going in the right direction. That should also be going in the right direction, yeah? Cool. So hopefully, this is gonna centralize this a little bit, and the travel time from this part to here is gonna be very small, so hopefully that's gonna work quite well. We're building up quite the buffer here. We could even do more if we wanted later. My biggest concern is that this is not going to be able to do a full belt. Unfortunately, what did we say this was again? This was something like 3,500. Yeah. So this is 3,500. We wanted to. We can probably do another line here and rearrange the belts. And then one of these would be... This is about 1,000 SPM. It's 192 times 6. Yeah, so it would be 1155 times 5. At that point, we'd be able to do 5,775 raw SPM from the belts. So we don't need to do a full belt here, because a full belt would be around 7,000. So that's so far so good. I think that's gonna work out pretty well. Cool. Also, this looks nicer than all the bots flying around. Anywho. So we are done with the novice tweaks. Right, I have these blueprints here. Gonna go up to this guy. We're gonna go up to this guy. I'm gonna try and increase the speed, but I might actually die from this if we're unlucky. This guy's not really designed to this slow. But as we found out when we were testing it, turns out that we need more damage research. What's going on with this belt? Okay. That comes through as well. That should go all the way then, yeah? Okay, that's pretty sweet. All the pretty colors. Wonder if we could do this without this. We could do 5 belts on each side, right? We'd be missing 2 at that point, so we can't actually insert an I don't think we can do full belts here. Without doing like some unholy shit with underground belt. I don't know if it's worth it, really. We could do that probably. There's probably a way to do it. Okay, so we do have our faster ship. We're now gonna go to Gleba at a really decent speed. Hopefully, ammo will not be a problem. But I don't think it will. It's mostly when we want to go to a kilo that this is being a huge problem, right? These small asteroids are pretty easy to kill. Let's check on the status of this guy. This is doing pretty well. We're doing about 700 legendary a minute. I'm a little bit tempted here to try and go up to 600. But we're probably pushing it, and we might run into that problem that we did before with the belt being completely fucking stacked. Because we're getting metallic asteroids almost all the way now. So this is probably gonna be kind of at the limit of what we can do. Anyway, we have arrived at Gleba. Let's go down. Huh. 20,000 effective is not that bad. Okay, so the problem that we are faced with. Right, 100 landfill is a bit sketchy. Can we go back to novice, please? Don't know how much room. Yeah, we have a lot of room here. Where did Gleba go? So this is probably fine. How much do we have on novice? Yeah, we're sending... These are ready to go, but it's like 20 each. Oh, what happened with that? That doesn't have power? Okay. Do that then. I don't want this to drain so many rocket parts. If possible. How much are you sending at the time? 940 at a time. It's not that bad. And it's quite fast as well, so it's reloading these rockets really quickly. Anyway. Now, we don't have a lot of concrete here. I'd like to fill in this part here. It's gonna take some time. Starting to be time to fill in Gleba a little bit. Landfill is our biggest issue. If we can get 5k at a time, it's gonna not take as long. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. That's gonna take some time. Which is okay. Probably gonna want like 5,000 concrete as well. Hopefully you can get that. You're eventually gonna get that. Speaking of concrete. Time we start filling in more of this. Anywho. So if our end goal here is to get legendary biochamber. Right, we have legendary iron plate. We have legendary circuits. We can make legendary nutrients from legendary spoilage, so that's not really an issue, right? Pentapod eggs, we don't have any of those legendary. Landfill, we can make legendary landfill from legendary stone. Now, I was thinking at first that maybe because we can make legendary nutrients, right? So it's not that big of a deal. Like we can make 3.7 legendary nutrients per minute right now. Probably more with productivity modules, because we can make this recipe in at least an assembling machine, right? We can even make it in oh no, it's 1/10 of that, so it's 0.37, but that excludes the productivity, and we can definitely get like 150% productivity if we wanted. But this seems like a process that is very, very annoying to get through. So unfortunately, like we're getting 0.78 pentapod eggs per second here. Unfortunately, I think it's likely that we want to do this, but with pentapod eggs. Right? Although we don't need to care about this in particular, because there's no reason to save this. Because the only thing we'll be doing on Gleba instead is make sure that these machines are always fed with a new pentapod egg. So only the excess will go into the gambling station, and then that's gonna gamble until something comes out. Okay, you need to go to Gleba. Let's see how much of this inventory that you're actually filling. It's not that bad. This guy can go harder if you wanted. This is gonna take some time. But so what we need is another one of these, preferably bigger. Preferably bigger. I want more, probably more productivity, because that's gonna lessen the... Actually, let's take a look at that. We copy-paste this here, but we take that instead. Then we do this. Let's see where we get with that. So this is 2 megajoules. I don't know how to transfer that to megawatts. But it's probably a 1-to-1 megajoule to megawatt-ish. This is consuming 100 kilowatts. And I would say this takes about 20 seconds, right? Maybe it takes a little bit less. It's gonna be roughly there at least. Yeah. Yeah, roughly 20 seconds. So it's a roughly, if not a 1-to-1 ratio, it is very close. So this obviously has a higher thing. We say fuck that and we want to go full unga bunga on these. We do. First of all, we're gonna consume a lot more nutrients here, which is okay, I think. But if we split 26.6 in 3.1, we need 8.5 nutrients per pentapod egg. That can't be right. So we got 2 with 150% productivity bonus. Okay, that might actually be kinda true. Because with the 150% productivity, we're gonna get 4. Which is 7.5. Yeah, I mean... Not unreasonable. And this is what? 10 per pentapod egg, roughly. So it is more effective to do it this way. In terms of pentapod per nutrient, at least. Now the question is... Do we want to do this? Because I can kinda see that, like, the benefit of, like, not doing this... Probably pretty small, right? Do we do this? Yeah, I think we... I'll just grab in the middle here. Like this. And like that. Can we get our thing, please? That would be great. You're about to be done as well, so you can go to Gleba. You can go to Gleba and do your thing. Was that all we got for 5k landfill, I guess? Okay, so we're done with the research thing. So we went from consuming 1.7k. And now we're gonna consume 3.5k. Which will be about 42k effective SPM. Which is insane. That's really insane. But we won't be able to sustain that. Okay, this needs landfill still. Which is pissing me off a little bit. Can I interest you in doing that instead? I want to see how much this is. problem with this gambling is that we'll get so little out of it, right? And I don't think that we'll need to have any I'm looking for the word now. I don't think we need to have any of the burners here. Only tiles. We have a lot of landfill here. That's not exactly needed. It's been part of the old base defense. And rip that out and make sure we get this constructed. Okay, so here we are. In theory, at least, we can even do this. So this... Right. Yeah, this is what we do to make it even. I'd like these to be even. That makes it a lot easier. Can you go to Gleba, please? We need more of the landfill. Although, we should have a decent amount now. Speaking of, how are we doing here? Okay, so we took out almost the logistics bots, mostly are the problem. We have 195 of these left. Insane how quickly we'll get these now. So these will produce a net 3 eggs per second, right? So that's 18 eggs per second. It's not that insane, honestly. However, we'll have to start somewhere. And I think this is a pretty good place to start. We need the offshore pumps. Here. And then we need the nutrients. And I'm gonna take this build here. I'm gonna plop this down here. The main difference is all of these, I think. We will do this with. Okay. Wait, how many belts do I have out here with this? I have 5 belts going out with this. Okay. We're gonna need a 5-to-1. 6-to-3. Let's take something that's at least fairly even. We'll upgrade this. We can probably do this. And then nutrients will be coming in here. And here. And we'll do the same at the end of this, right? I'm just gonna extend this really far. Like this. And then... didn't we have a small version of this? We will not have any pentapod eggs in here that are legendary. I could probably put productivity or quality modules over here instead, actually. That's the question, if that's worth it. Probably with the productivity it is. Probably with the productivity it is. There's a chance we'll get some good stuff then, yeah. This here is gonna be legendary pentapod egg instead. Okay. So far, so good. here, we'll be able to extend this if we need to, which is great. Don't think we'll need to. I think this is going to be more than enough to recycle the small amount of eggs that we'll get. The only question that I have is, do we put quality modules in here? We probably do, right? We probably do. So we'd want this. Here. We don't need an input priority though, but we'd want that there. Then this one as well. So these are gonna be a lot lower, which means we'll have to it's actually not that bad. Ratio is slightly worse, right? Huh. No, I don't really want to do that. I'd like to do this. So I think we have those, or not. We were about to have them at least. Okay, so far so good, right? This here is gonna make legendary biochamber. Gonna do a small request to Roni here. We're gonna not do that. However, we go to Gleba. I think we want to do legendary stone. Like 200. Right? And then Gleba is gonna get that. Which is perfect. We should have that, right? We'll just do this. Oh, 2.3k? Absolutely not. Like, I don't know, 50. We're not gonna get a lot of this, but... Right. And I want this as well, right? Then we need to take this out. this needs to be any quality spoilage, because I think we can get legendary spoilage here, which is gonna be interesting. Okay, so okay, so if legendary pentapod egg is more than 0, then you can probably start. I'm not interested in okay, for some reason we're not getting the inserters that I need. You know what? I know where we have some inserters. And by some, I mean a lot. No. Here. Okay. So this should, in theory, only do its thing whenever there's a legendary pentapod egg in here. Okay. Hopefully that's gonna prevent most of the spoilage, right? Now Gleba has not needed legendary circuits, for example, before. It has not needed legendary iron before. Interesting. On Novice, can we maybe increase this to 400? I think that would be good for everyone. Okay, yeah, this is probably just not sending it as of right now. We were getting the legendary stone already. No, Gleba, thank you. So if we're getting these two, we're getting that, then it's the only thing left is the pentapod thing. We have this already. So then we need to go get this. No, we're not getting that from there. Okay. Gonna go all the way down here somewhere. This is going to be output priority left. So you will only send stuff to the gambling if you have excess. Otherwise, we CBA with this. So whenever we see that we have some nutrients coming in here, I mean, we're gonna do this, right? Okay. So we have at least prepared for the possibility. I don't think we can do that, actually. We can do that. It doesn't matter too much. Okay, we can bring over pentapod eggs now from here. Put 2 in there. This is a quite fast process, even though and this is not gonna take any of the eggs that are quality, so I hope that this process, unless we get super unlucky, this should be able to sustain itself. Right. And this is using 200 water per second. And then we'll see here. Okay, these actually take a while to recycle. Interestingly enough. Just out of safety. I think we're doing this, yeah? Okay, yeah. We need way more of this. Holy shit, we need way more of this. Is this enough? I don't think so. This probably needs to extend over here as well, because if we get anything spawning over here, we kind of want to kill it. So this is not sustaining. Okay, we need another one of these. In here it should be kind of safe, because not that many will go through, right? I'm not sure we want to do this here. Actually, probably not. Thinking about it. Yeah. I don't think we want to do this here. Can we do this, please? Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to hurry up a little bit here with this. So... we absolutely don't want to stack these up here, yeah? There's no point in that. So we'll take this. Take this. We'll put that here. And then we'll take this. And reverse that. Put that there. Okay. Yes, yes. I get it. I get it. So we'll get that there. This needs to be moved down one. I don't really care that much about the other belts here. We have a lot of pentapod eggs that are stacking up here. Right, we need to put this in a chest. Well, we can just keep making those. I don't really care about that. That's fine. Okay, let's release those. We are out of quality modules, which is a shame. Go to Gleba, please. I think we want to probably... Okay, I did not expect these to be so slow to kill. I'll do that. Okay, I think we do... Wait, no. I wanted to get a little bit more railgun speed, then we'll do 17 on weapon damage for all weapons. So the railgun speed is gonna help us, like, a lot, I think. And the weapon damage as well. Okay. So we are now at Gleba. I want to drop some of those things off. You can go back to Novice then. I think this is gonna be enough, right? Two legendary landfill. Oh, we have one. Wait, you don't have a normal nutrient. Okay. Oof. Yeah, that's... Like, that's the problem here, but If we waste a little bit of that, I don't really care that much. Okay, this seems to be fine. This is 9, and this is 3. This is a pretty good ratio. I think we'll do this. Then I want to look into the possibility of... There's one gap in between here. 2 gaps. Because I don't want these beacons to be hitting each other. So we'll do this. And we'll do... this. Which might be way too much. We'll see. Wait, what? No. Bro. No. No. You need to only do this, yeah. No. Why would you put it there, my guy? I don't get that. Doesn't matter too much. For some reason, you are not doing your thing. Getting 3 per minute. It's not that bad. Okay. So this is overkill, apparently. For the nutrients that we have, we can't sustain this, yeah? Okay. And that's good to know. I think we do this. Like, just in case we have something happen here, I'd like these to be at least semi-ready, right? Okay. So, legendary biochambers. We have them. This was not as annoying as I thought it would be, if I'm gonna be honest. It was annoying, but it wasn't like that annoying. So they have a crafting speed of 5 instead of 2, which is really, really nice. Just taking a look at out of the box speed here with full productivity modules. The good thing about these is they don't really increase the power, the nutrient consumption, right? So this is 1.24 per second, which is 74. Like out of the box without any speed modules, this is pretty good. That's pretty good. So we're gonna use that to do the science later. Which will be fun. I have some ideas on how we're gonna improve that. This seems to be working well enough that I can probably leave this alone. Right. Nothing bad is gonna happen here. Right. I'm not worried or anything. I'll just add a couple of these for good measure here. Just in case. Like, just in case. That's another question. Like, maybe putting productivity on this is gonna help a lot. Like, okay, we're doing half, but we're using a fourth of the bioflux. It's another thing that we were gonna have to think about, because eventually kinda soon. And also, we need to update these just in case. Yeah. Somehow we got some of these in here. If they get into the logistics system, they need to be, like, sent to the furnace. They shouldn't be in the logistics system. Ever. I'm just adding so many turrets for good measure here. I don't know if it's actually needed. We'll see. So, now that we have legendary biochambers, I probably want to revisit this build. Because I think it's time that we use productivity modules a lot more on Gleba. That means that we'll have more fruits to use and more of these to send. The downside of that is we probably need way more nutrient production. But with these small modules that can do like a full belt, no problem. This is even a little bit too much of a full belt. So we probably, if we revisit this design with productivity modules in mind, we'd get a little bit less than a full belt. But we could maybe fit in like a beacon or something in here. We'll take a look at these modular designs. Not sure next time we don't have enough biochambers. This is gonna have to run for a bit. So maybe next time we're gonna go back to Novice. And we'll do our expansion. Because obviously we've gotten to a point where this is way too cramped. And this is... I've been putting this off for so long. And we need to redesign this from the ground up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand and take this area here. We're gonna build some new train stations for offloading. I think I'm gonna go 2 or 4 times the size of this. I haven't exactly decided yet. We're probably gonna take a look at it a little bit next time and see what I feel like. And then the end goal of that will be 16 belts out for each resource. And I think we'll use one of these blocks for each station. But we'll see. I haven't completely decided yet. All I know is that we're going to use this area here to start building that. And then eventually we'll have a look at smelting and rebuilding that. Because, well, this is all really nice, but if we're going to do 16 belts in, we're also going to do 16 belts out. And considering that this build, for example, technically eats 4 belts of steel. More than 4 belts of steel. I think having 16 belts is gonna be at least good enough to do a proper 10k SPM sustained base. I don't know how much... Actually don't know how much this is eating. This is not that bad. But this, again, is only doing... Okay, never mind. It's gonna use 120k iron plates per minute. And that's gonna be... Well, it's only like 1 full belt of iron, but it does escalate. We need to do military science as well, because this is a big block, or big, but yeah. At least we can do sustained SPM kind of with purple science. And then the plan after that is gonna be going back to gambling legendary quantum processors, because we kind of gave up on that, and I really need it. I don't know how many we have here. You can see this somewhere. I'm blind. We don't have any left, is what I'm seeing. We have a couple here, but not many. Because we need fusion reactors, we need more power, we need also these. And the main constraint of that is quantum processors, because we do have at least 2k, or at least 1k of this carbon fiber, so we can make a decent amount of these. We can make 50 of these or something like that with the carbon fiber that we have. Which, is that enough for this? Yeah. So we can fully upgrade this with the carbon fiber we have. But we need the quantum processors. So this station needs to be upgraded, and going for quality stuff. Which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I think we'll actually upgrade this to use legendary electromagnetic plants for both the gambling and this here, so we can get a decent speed out of it. Speaking of that, do we have those on a kilo? Need to get into the habit of checking in here. I don't think so. But we should. Oh, speaking of Fulgora, let me check quickly here. Oof. This is not going that well. My guy. Legendary concrete though. How much do we have of that on Novice? Yes. Okay, good. We have a yes amount of this as well. We have 14k of the stone. Holy shit, yeah. This is stalled out because we're gambling so much of this. I love that. You have stalled out this belt as well. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching and have a really nice day.